Welcome. You're listening to the three Intermezzi, Op.117 by Johannes Brahms. Composed in the summer of 1892, these pieces aren't grand statements for a concert hall. Think of them more as intimate whispers from a master composer looking back on his life. Brahms had already announced his retirement. He was in a quiet, reflective phase, and these pieces emerged from a need for personal expression, not public praise. They're basically musical diary entries, filled with a lifetime of feeling and wisdom. Brahms himself gave us the perfect way to understand them. He didn't call them concert pieces, but referred to them as the three lullabies of my sorrows. That one phrase really gets to the heart of the music. It suggests a soundscape designed not to excite you, but to soothe a deep personal grief, a quiet place for the soul to rest. As you settle into your work, let this music be a gentle companion, supporting your thoughts without demanding your attention. Intermezzo No.1 in A major, a lullaby of tender grief. The first intermezzo tells a story right from the start. Brahms actually wrote two lines from a Scottish ballad, Lady Anne Bothwell's Lament. At the top of the score, "Sleep softly, my child, sleep softly and beautifully. It pains me so to see you weep." This isn't just a casual suggestion. It's the key to unlocking the piece's character. You can almost hear the gentle rocking of a cradle in the rhythm, a musical gesture meant to comfort. The melody itself is tender and lyrical, a song of profound gentleness. But this isn't a simple, happy lullaby. The poem it's based on tells a story of betrayal and abandonment, and Brahms captures this perfectly. As the music unfolds, it drifts into a darker, more turbulent middle section in E-flat minor. The mood becomes restless, uncertain, as if the comforting voice is suddenly overwhelmed by a painful memory. This is what Brahms meant by a lullaby for sorrows. It's a piece that acknowledges pain while trying to calm it. The music is complex with inner melodies that seem to have their own quiet conversations, but the overall feeling is one of deep emotion being gently processed. Notice how Brahms creates this introspective world. The pace is moderate, the volume is soft, and the melodies are song-like. It's music that speaks directly to the inner world, making it a perfect soundscape for deep focus. It doesn't just fill the silence, it enriches it, allowing your mind to work through complex thoughts. Intermezzo No.2 in B minor, a rainy day reflection. As the first piece fades, we move into the second intermezzo. The mood shifts, becoming more wistful and reflective in the key of B-flat minor. Many people have described this piece as having a rainy weather mood, and it's a perfect description. Imagine watching raindrops trace lines down a window pane. The music opens with a cascade of fluid, descending notes like a gentle but steady shower. Out of this texture, a delicate, almost sighing melody emerges. It doesn't announce itself boldly. It just appears. Structurally, this piece is a tiny sonata, which is a little nod to Brahms's mastery of classical forms, even in his most personal work. But you don't need a degree in music to feel its elegant design. You can sense a clear journey as themes are introduced, explored, and transformed. This intermezzo is ideal for contemplative focus. The constant flowing notes in the background are stable and unobtrusive, much like the steady rhythm of rain. This creates an environment where you can either latch on to the beautiful, sorrowful melody or just let it drift into the background, allowing for uninterrupted concentration. The piece ends with a sense of an unresolved question hanging in the air, perfect for a mind in the middle of study and exploration. Section 3. Intermezzo No.3 in C minor, the deepest sorrow. Now we arrive at the final piece of the set, the intermezzo in C# minor. If the first was a tender lullaby and the second a wistful reflection, this one is the emotional core of the whole collection. It's some of the most mysterious, haunting, and tragic music Brahms ever composed. While Brahms called the entire set Lullabies of My Sorrows, this final one is often thought of as the lullaby of all my griefs. Whether he said that or not, it's a fitting description. The piece opens with stark, solemn octaves that wander as if lost in thought. The atmosphere is heavy with nostalgia, regret, and a profound sense of weight. Some scholars have suggested this piece might be inspired by another Scottish poem, one that begins, "Oh woe, deep in the valley." While there's no definitive proof, the music certainly embodies this feeling of a deep, echoing lament. Within this somber music, there's a fascinating, almost hidden detail. Brahms briefly quotes a melody from his own first violin sonata. It's an act of self-reference that makes the piece feel even more intimate, as if he's looking back on his own life, weaving threads of his past into this final statement. As the famous critic Edward Hanslick wrote at the time, these late works are thoroughly personal and subjective, capturing moods that are pensive, graceful, dreamy, resigned, and elegiac. This final intermezzo is the epitome of that. Its quiet intensity provides a powerful, grounding presence, helping to shut out distractions and foster a state of deep concentration. The composer's world, a parting gift. To really appreciate this music, it helps to picture the man who wrote it. In 1892, Brahms was 59 years old, staying in the Austrian resort town of Bad Ischl. He had already declared his composing career over, believing his life's work was done. Loss was a major theme in his life at the time. His sister Elise had recently died, and many of his friends were ill. It was in this state of mind that these intimate piano pieces were born. They weren't for fame or fortune, they were for him. They were his way of processing the human experience. His closest friend and confidant was the great pianist Clara Schumann, the widow of his mentor. Their lifelong, complex friendship was central to his creative world. After writing these intermezzi, he sent them to her. Her response says it all. In these pieces, I at last feel musical life stir once again in my soul. Her reaction shows just how personal and deeply emotional this music was. Not just notes on a page, but a direct line to Brahms's heart. These late works are often seen as a parting gift from the composer. They offer a sense of acceptance of life's joys and sorrows, creating a space for reflection. Their quiet power can create an atmosphere of peace and introspection, making them a perfect choice for anyone seeking focus in a noisy world. If this music is helping you to focus, concentrate, or simply find a moment of peace, please consider liking the video. Subscribe for more carefully chosen classical music for your study sessions, and feel free to share this with anyone else who might enjoy a peaceful, productive atmosphere. As the final notes fade, we're left with a sense of quiet fulfillment. Brahms's Lullabies of My Sorrows have given us a unique soundscape, one that's emotionally rich, yet perfectly suited for deep concentration. What makes this music so effective for focus is its incredible balance. It's gentle without being bland, melancholic without being distracting, and introspective without demanding all of your attention. Slow tempos, soft dynamics, and flowing melodies create a calm, stable environment that can reduce stress and allow the mind to work without interruption. These pieces show a great composer using a lifetime of skill to create something of astonishing depth from the simplest of ideas. They are a reminder that even in quietness, there is immense power. Feel free to loop this video for as long as you need. May the gentle, reflective spirit of Brahms's music accompany you, providing a peaceful and productive sanctuary for your thoughts.